Welcome to this week. We've been thrown a bit this week because I've been out to sea doing stuff and whatever. We're now in Weymouth, and of course, who lives in Weymouth? Her. Jim and her. This is Vicky Nash.
Hello.
How are you, Vicky?
I'm not so bad.
And she's been chomping. Well, I'm all right, but she's been chomping at the bit because I went on sort of leave and had a little drive about here doing some stuff, and so she's written all this stuff, this ranting, awful right-wing, far-right stuff. And of course, because I didn't mention it, because I've been on a boat, I can't sit here talking about the news. What's she doing? Crawling on around the news, just fucking going on like a caterpillar going under the camera. So Vic, what's been happening?
Well, just this country, right? Just tell me now. This Prime Minister, right?
Squeal. Go on.
This Prime Minister is surely on track to be the worst Prime Minister this country has ever had, no? Right?
Well,
so,
Harold Wilson would take some beating.
So, you've come in, and so the speech he delivered yesterday was just doom and gloom, right? Total doom and gloom. No sense of, right, we're going to make this country better, we're going to do this.
Did he mention a black hole left by the Tories?
Oh, didn't he just? So it's all the Tories' fault. 14 years of Tory, you know, and let's face it, right? They didn't do a great job. However, right, this 22 billion black hole that they keep talking about, but they've miraculously found billions to pay their union paymasters, train drivers and teachers and junior doctors, and with no improvements in productivity whatsoever. They've now said it's going to be a painful budget, right?
Yeah.
And those...
Painful for who?
Well, here we go.
Anyone who's not a Labour underclass fucking ponce.
Well, they've said those with the broadest shoulders will have the heaviest burden. Right, now what this means...
Now,
right?
whose words that's come from? That ginger bird, isn't it?
But,
that has.
But who does he mean? Right, so you're talking here, right?
He's a KC though, isn't he? How much did he earn?
Well, exactly.
How much of that did he give away?
No. And he's a millionaire. But do you know what? We don't subscribe to these politics of envy that Labour do. And so these people that are going to, you know, take the heaviest burden. So you've got your wealth creators and your risk takers, right? Your business owners, right?
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Now, these are people, they run this economy. Our top 10% of earners pay 60% of this country's tax, right? Now, if you're going to just keep taxing them and taxing them and taxing them even more, what are they going to do? They're just going to bugger off, right? They're going to leave. They're going to leave. They're going to take the jobs with them along with their tax revenue. The other people that are going to suffer is this sort of middle class, and you're talking about people on sort of, but around 50 grand. Now, these aren't people that are super rich that they keep talking about. You've got school teachers and things being sucked into this top tax bracket. These aren't people that have masses and masses of money to spend. What is the incentive to do well?
I know.
It's such a short-sighted, but it's Labour's economics all the time.
If you look at what I said ages ago, a percentage is a percentage. So if you earn money, you pay a percentage of it to the thing.
Yeah.
The more you earn, you shouldn't pay a bigger percentage.
Well, it's just
because you're going to pay more by default, aren't you? 20% of a million is better than 40% of 50 grand, isn't it?
But
let's all pay 20%.
But what's the incentive for people to achieve or aspire to be any better? And this is what Labour do all the time. I mean, the first thing they did before they even got in was talk about this VAT on private schools, right? Once again...
Has that happened?
It's coming in January. But it's so short-sighted because the really, really rich people... And once again... I don't begrudge someone being really rich. Good for you.
Oh,
I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care if they inherited that money. That is, if you were lucky enough to win the lottery of life, good for you. But certainly people who have worked their nuts off to run businesses and employ people, then no, I don't begrudge them that. But the people, once again, with private schools, the people that suffer are this sort of middle class bracket who aren't super rich, but scrimp and save to give their kids the best education, right? They won't be able to afford it. All that does is then put a much bigger burden on state schools. Schools will shut, there'll be more kids in state schools, then that system will suffer as well. It's
They'll
just...
have to open Shirar, is it? Shirar schools? They'll have to do that, won't they? Open some Muslim schools for the Muslims and...
Sharia schools.
Sharia.
Well...
Sounds a lovely name, isn't it? What's your name? My name is Sharia.
But the thing is, on top as well, on top of all this, just the batshit bonkers economics of labour.
Yeah.
I mean, they've just... Have you seen, like, the huge... Well, it's corruption. If it was any... They've just parachuted all their mates and donors and labour activists into top civil service jobs.
Are we going to get in trouble here talking about this?
No.
I'll tell you what
well,
we'll
we might
do.
get
I'll tell you what
cancelled.
we'll do. We'll talk about this on our own channel in a minute, okay? So if you go to ustream.com, it might be on a little bit later. So if you bugger off there now and you think, oh, it's not on there, it might be on in a minute because we've only got one editor and he drinks a lot. It is hot in here.
Jeez.
Yeah, it is hot. I'm feeling a bit hot. I think it's you, dear. I think you due for the menopause.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. That's lovely.
You're welcome. So come and join us now at ustream.com. Tell them what's happening with another TV station called You Something or Other.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've had
legal battles.
legal proceedings, shall we call it, over... There's a company, a well-known channel, UK TV.
UK TV that's owned by the BBC, basically, or a considered... owned by them.
And it rebranded, and it was noted by lots of people that all of the billboards and advertising
said
had
Ustream. Yeah.
Free, and so lots of people going. Oh,
so we're getting free advertising
yeah.
now. That's great, isn't it? And the ironic thing is that the BBC gave me £1 million to go away because they suddenly realised they didn't like me very much. And now with Sod's Law, they've come up with Ustream, which I came up with 5-6 years ago. It's slightly different. We spell it different, as you know. It's U-S-T-R-E-M-E, but our logo is a U, their logo is a U. So if you want to go and see their stuff, please do. It's free. And when you watched it, you'll fucking realise why it's free. And then you can come over and see us, Ustream. You will love it. You can watch it what you want. You can give us $3.99 a month plus VAT.
Oh,
and
you've got to stop saying it like that.
I've run out of U's now.
You.
I can't say plus VAT.
Well, no, just say $4.79.
What is?
The price.
Where's that money go for the VAT then? It probably goes to pay for the BBC. Unbelievable. To subsidise that. Okay, we're going to Ustream now. Come join us. You can get a chance to see my brand new show here on Ustream before anybody else. Yes, my latest concert up in Great Yarmouth. The greatest hits of Jim Davidson in the Swimming Against the Tide tour. There's been no mention of a disabled games. I wonder why that is. Have they all got better? Anyone from the north of England? Well, f*** off back there. You can now rent this on Ustream. Go to the shop and get it before anyone else sees it.